A young black woman in oil-stained overalls stood silently as executives laughed at the idea of her fixing their prized prototype engine. To them, she was just the mechanic's daughter, definitely not engineer material. But what they didn't know was that beneath the grease was a genius no one saw coming. Something was broken that day, and it wasn't just the machine. As the clock ticked and eyes rolled, she reached for the impossible. What happened next silenced an entire room. Could prejudice blind people to true brilliance? Watch until the end to find out. Jasmine grew up around engines. Her father ran a small repair shop in a quiet southern town where she spent her childhood covered in grease, memorizing the hum of every motor. By high school, she was rebuilding machines her teachers couldn't name. Though brilliant, she was often overlooked, her skin color and background quietly disqualifying her in rooms that valued polished shoes over oil-stained hands. After earning a mechanical engineering degree with top honors, she landed a competitive internship at a prestigious auto tech firm. But on her first week, a challenge was announced, one meant to embarrass her, not test her. On the second day of her internship, Jasmine walked into the company's innovation lab, buzzing with engineers and executives, only to hear mocking laughter. One of the senior engineers, smirking, gestured toward an old, mangled prototype engine no one had been able to fix for months. "Let's see what the mechanic's daughter can do," he said loudly, triggering chuckles across the room. It wasn't an assignment. It was a dare, a public setup. She scanned the room, eyes full of doubt, whispers. One intern muttered, "They just want her to fail." Jasmine said nothing. She'd felt this weight before, being underestimated, misjudged, erased. But now it was amplified under fluorescent lights and designer suits. She spent hours alone with the machine, poring over schematics and testing connections. Every move was watched, every failure magnified. People passed by with folded arms, waiting for her to give up. When she requested parts, they couldn't be found. When she asked questions, answers came with smirks, and yet, she kept working. One night, long after the lab had emptied, Jasmine discovered something, an engineering flaw no one had seen. Her hands trembled. If she was right, she could not only fix it, she could revolutionize it. But would anyone believe her? She took a deep breath and made her decision. The next morning, she walked back into that same lab, carrying something in her hands that would leave them speechless. But were they ready to see what they'd been trying so hard to ignore? Jasmine stood before the engine as the executives gathered, expecting failure. She connected the final wire, hit the switch, and the impossible roared to life. The room went silent. Then chaos. Engineers scrambled to inspect her work, disbelief etched on every face. But just as the excitement peaked, the lead designer stepped forward, snatched the notes from her hand, and claimed her discovery as his own. "Team effort," he declared, smiling for the cameras. Jasmine stood frozen, robbed, erased, while the room applauded him. Her chest tightened. After everything, they still wouldn't see her. Would she stay silent or speak the truth and risk everything she'd worked for? The world watched, but the decision was hers alone. Would this be the moment she took back her voice, or let history repeat itself? Jasmine didn't stay silent. With calm defiance, she posted the full blueprint, time-stamped notes, and video logs online. The truth spread like wildfire. The company tried to contain it, but it was too late. Her story ignited conversations across industries about recognition, racism, and the quiet erasure of Black brilliance. She didn't just fix a machine. She exposed a system built to overlook people like her. Jasmine walked away, not with their approval, but with her dignity and the world finally watching. Because racism doesn't always scream. It whispers. In boardrooms, in credits, in stolen ideas. So we ask, how many voices have we silenced before they even had a chance to be heard? Comment below with your country and city. Let's see how far Jasmine's story travels.